I've been slacking for a really long time. That's right, I've been slacking a lot lately. I've been so caught up with everything going on in my life. I've got work, I've got school, I've got videos to record, videos to edit and upload, and I've got all these different things that I've got to do, and honestly, I haven't been feeling any of it. I haven't been feeling any of it at all. Honestly, for a lot longer than I probably should. But I've been really busy over here on the Nerdcraft server, and I wanted to show you guys everything that I've done so far and everything that I am going to be doing in today's episode, because I'm finally getting the energy to record, because I haven't really had it in a while, and I wanted to make sure I got something out because I've noticed that, it's been a little while since I've uploaded. So I want to show you guys first off what I and Expand Wheat have been working on here in Talkopia, and it is right there, right in front of us. We've already got a huge portion of the wall already finished, and if you go ahead and if you go ahead and take a look over here, you'll see that we've got the wall all finished up in this spot right here, and my computer does not want to render these chunks at all. But basically, we have gone ahead and worked out how we want the wall to look on both the outside and the inside. And this right here isn't exactly the best looking. I might just add the terrain going up through here a little bit more, but that is something that I can figure out later. And if you look at this side, you'll see that Expand Wheat's side has also been finished. I went ahead and helped him out with laying this out because it is kind of weird on a slant. As you can see, there's some bits that are still kind of funky looking, but ultimately I think it looks pretty good. And we've also got a way to actually get up as well, so that's really nice. And you'll also notice that I've built this tower here in the center as well as that house, because every episode I try to get one or two houses built as well, just because I want the town to grow a little bit. But we've got this little security tower in the middle, just kind of watch over everything. And we've also updated the central tree. And you might have seen this in the last episode, and that was because I had to re-record a section of the last video, and we had already done this. So I wanted to just go ahead and kind of go over it again just now, just because I think it looks really good. I made this tree all by hand, and it looks super nice. And it's got the azalea leaves and a bunch of vines and stuff. It looks super good. So I really hope you guys like that, because I really do. And then also we've got this cart here, and it's kind of interesting because you see it says Parrot Bro. This is actually going to be where we promote our chicken nuggets that have been created with the latest data pack on the server, which we have created the Order of Nuggethood around. And I'm super excited to get this set up, which means that we're actually going to be making another building today, and it is going to be the butcher shop. And basically what I'm going to do is underneath the butcher shop, because I don't know if I'm going to have enough space inside it, I'm going to be making an automatic cooked chicken farm, so we can get chicken nuggets that we can sell to other members of the server. And I'll go ahead and put up a notice or whatever for them. They can come by, and we're going to call it the Parrot Bros Nugget Shop. And so they've got their nice little traveling cart here. I've used the Armor Stands data pack book, and it's really confusing, but I managed to get this much done, and it really looks good. I love it. These guys are adorable, and I can't wait to make more of these things around the server, because I'm going to go to different people's bases, make more of these like kind of wagons, and we're going to set up these Parrot Bros. We're going to have the green one and the gray one and the light blue one as well, just scattered around, because these guys are just great. And the fact that birds are selling cooked birds, I think it's funny. So let's go ahead and come up with a design for the butcher shop that we can go ahead and get built up in today's episode. We also need to come up with a place for it to go as well, because I'm not quite sure where I actually want it. And so here we are with the design of my butcher shop for the Nerdcraft server, and I am absolutely in love with this building design. I think this is probably my favorite building that I have come up with for this entire season. I'm super excited to get this built up on the server. I've got pretty much everything laid out for what I want. I've got a little side area over here for all of the animals. We'll have cows and pigs and stuff over here, kind of as decoration, just to show that, yep, this is where the animals are at the butcher. We've got a little tower over here with a nice window, with a nice little window frame, and a chimney for, you know, cooking up all the meats. A little side area over here, and then on the interior, it's not exactly 100% determined that this is what it's going to be. I really like this ceiling. I think it looks really nice, but I think the layout of the interior might change. I might have doors going from in here into the animal area, just so that way we can actually have it look a little more realistic in how they access the animals. But in this space back here, I have all of this empty space, which means that I can create the automatic chicken farm right here. I don't need to have any, you know, dropper systems that shoot the cooked chicken up into a chest up here. I can simply just have the chicken farm up, like, you know, up here, and then hoppers coming down to put it in like a chest somewhere here or something. So I'm super excited to get this built up. Let's go ahead and hop into a third-person time lapse, and we'll go ahead and get this thing finished. Unfortunately, that time lapse was cut short because I ended up running out of disk space in that specific save area, which is really sad. And I was looking at it, and it turns out I have kept every single time lapse recording in the same spot, which has taken up all of my storage. So I have like a lot of space taken up specifically from just time lapses. But anyway, this is what we've got finished. Now, I didn't notice that the time-lapse was finished until, or the time-lapse ended until after I'd finished, so unfortunately we didn't get to see the creation of this little stony area, which I actually think I modified a little bit better than it was in the creative world. And also you'll notice that there's little smoke particles coming out of there, and that's because there's torches holding up the carpets for now, because I don't really know what I want to do with the interior 100% just yet. But what we can do is we can go ahead and go on the inside and make that chicken farm towards the back in there. But it's looking really nice. Obviously, I need to get some windows on this thing, and I need to finish some of the detailing. I mean, like, oh, I know I did put the walls in. I'm silly. But, like, the detailing on the back here, we still haven't finished the, you know, the window frames and the chains holding the lanterns and stuff. We haven't done any of that. So we'll go ahead and get all that put in at another time. But for right now, I want to go ahead and work out a chicken farm design that'll be small enough to fit inside this area. So give me just a little bit and I'll see what I can come up with. Alright, and this is the design that I have gone with here, and it is a design by SDM is the name on YouTube. You can go ahead and check out his channel in the link in the description. And the cool thing about this is that you can actually have 3 separate chicken farms set up from each side. So you can have, this one here, you can have another hopper with chickens facing into this one here, so that way you can have it like going out in like a T kind of shape. So that's really cool if I wanted to like up the efficiency of it. So hopefully I can go ahead and get this built up with no problem. The only issue is getting this many chickens, because there's like, I think it said 24 in the tutorial. So that's a lot more chickens than we have in Talkopia right now. I think we have maybe 2. So I'll have to start breeding up some chickens or throwing some eggs or something, just so I can get some efficiency going here, because 2 chickens in there is not going to be fast enough. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing built up on the server, and I'll see you in a sec. Alrighty, and as you can see, we've got these chicken modules all nice and set up here. I've actually went ahead and made 2, and you have no idea how long it took to get 24 chickens into each one. There's 48 chickens in total in each module, not to mention all the babies that are already here, because I did leave my computer AFK a little bit because I went to go get some lunch, so I was hungry, and you can't judge me, so meh. But anyway, so now I'm going to go ahead and take a break from working on the Kingdom of Talkopia for a little bit, or at the very least take a break on recording working on Talkopia for a little bit, just because I'm about to go into a big old vibe session with the rest of the Nerdcraft crew. We've got a whole bunch of members, a lot of which aren't normally that active, but we're going to go ahead and I'll just get on, see if we can maybe like get some motivation going back in, seeing if people can come up with new ideas for stuff, and honestly just vibing and hanging out together, because all of us are pretty good friends. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Hopefully future Kyle will figure out what to do next in this episode, because right now I don't really have a plan. This was the only thing that I had planned for today. And we're back after that lovely, wonderful session of getting on with everybody on the server, and we have gone ahead and created this little market square here right next to the butcher shop, and it looks amazing. I absolutely love it. The texturing in the buildings, all the different stalls, the armor stands. I actually went ahead and took a lot of time to make this place come to life a little bit more using the armor stand data pack that we have on the server. There's a link in the description to check that out if you guys are interested. It's really cool because it allows you to have custom armor stands that make things a lot more lively and just exciting around the server. So as you can see, we've got a couple armor stands here trading diamond for a TNT. That's actually Hazmat's head, and this actually isn't a member of the server. This is Impulse SV. He's actually one of the Hermitcraft members, and I actually got his head from the gem trader villager who trades player heads for Hermitcraft member heads. So I went ahead and just got one of those because my head stores, or at least my extra head stores, are running a little low. Here we've got a little baby villager and a papa villager, taking him to go get a cookie from Rambo KJ Whippy. And he kind of looks like me, right? Right? Maybe? Yeah, a little bit, right? Yeah, that's me, totally. But yeah, so that's something that I've been working on in between clips here. I had a really fun time getting on it with everybody, and I'm really glad that we were all able to just hop on and hang out together. Now, since it has been a couple of days since that time where we all got on, I've actually been doing a lot of mining. And I've gathered up as much copper as I can possibly find within the nearest area. I highly doubt there's any more copper around here, but I need copper for the next build we're going to make, which will be filling up this spot right here, right next to my house, and it's going to be the Talkopian Growery. So we're making a greenhouse, and it's going to be kind of the home of a few farms, because as you've noticed, we don't have a sugarcane farm anymore. This is our sugarcane farm, and it's literally just a bunch of sugarcane following the river along here, and it's kind of ugly, not gonna lie. So we are going to go ahead and make, or at least lay out, what we want the greenhouse to look like. So let's go ahead and hop into a testing world and see what this thing will look like. And this is the design that I've come up with for our greenhouse for Talkopia. Now, this thing looks really cool, not only on the outside, but on the inside as well. So let's take a quick look around here. We've got this nice little double A-frame roof going on here, and it's kind of cool because it's like one is shorter than the other. So over here, we've got the honey and honeycomb farms. So as you can see, we've got this thing cranking out honey bottles through some dispensers up top in here. So we're gonna need something that gets us honey bottles really easily, which that's a plan for another episode, don't worry about it. But also we've got the honeycombs coming in through this one here, as we've got shears up in this one. So we can easily turn this off by simply pressing those whenever it's nighttime and all the bees go inside their beehives. Kind of like that. All the bees, I think, are inside. Maybe they despawned, I don't remember. But you just flip that lever, it'll all shut. There they are. See, they all came out. It's all good. But that's that. And we've also got the bamboo and sugarcane farms in here as well because, well, we've got a lack of bamboo and sugarcane farms going on currently. So we've got these going on in here, and they're not horrible. The sugarcane is just slow, but that's just because sugarcane takes forever to grow. The bamboo has been cranking them out pretty well. So this is pretty nice, and of course we've got some extra plants and stuff to make it look all pretty and decorative in here. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually use coral in here or not, just because the nearest warm ocean where the coral is yeah, it's not, this is not nearby, so who knows, we'll figure it out. But as for now, let's go ahead and just get the basic building set up and the honey farm set up, because I have the beehives actually already set up. I had this for a while now, since before I started recording for this episode. So let's go ahead and just get everything built up, get the farms built up, and then we'll figure out all the decorative stuff later. Alright, and so I've got this already started to get laid out. So right now I've got everything set up with the areas for the farms all marked with the cobbled deep slate. We've got the floors in where we're actually going to stand. All the chest spaces are half slab lower. And then we've got all of the space for like the coral and all that. And I've actually managed to get all of the resources we're going to need for this project. I managed to get pretty good amount of stained glass, a bunch of copper blocks, some deep slate and deep slate bricks and such. All the beehives, all the redstone, all of the hopper mine carts and stuff. So now it's just a matter of getting it all built up. And I don't know if I have enough copper blocks on me right now. This isn't all of our copper blocks, like, ever. But definitely gonna need more, probably. So I don't know, let's just go ahead and build this thing. I'm not gonna do a time lapse because I just did a time lapse. So you're gonna be joining me for the build, and we'll see, who knows. Okay, all the copper is in place for now. So now let's go ahead and get the walls just built up. Probably gonna need some more polished deep slate, but that's okay. I realize now that I forgot the regular glass that goes right next to the bees, and lucky for me, there's some in our storage system, so that's good. Now we get all the chests in place. And while we're at it, might as well get all these chests in too. Just so we don't have to worry about it later. Alright, sweet. So every chest is now in place, which is good. So now we build up the rest of this. We're going to need glass up on top of these copper stairs. Honestly, I'm kind of liking the black and orange effect, or the gray and orange, sorry. God, now I'm considering, do I want to keep it orange, because I kind of like that. Nah, I think I'll leave it green just because I want to keep the aesthetic of the greenhouse, you know, so we'll see. If I end up changing my mind, I can always just go back with my axe, use all the honeycombs I end up getting from this farm, and praying that I don't set free all of the bees. Alright, so pistons all along here with dispensers all next to those. Flask going next to that. And all the leaves. And then it's just a matter of getting the bees in place. And they'll be all blocked in, which is great. So I don't have to worry about that. But just to be safe, I believe I did put blocks next to these. And then I have... I'm not going to use bricks as the blocks that the redstone is on. I'm going to be using something else. Okay, all the redstone's in place, so now we get... I think I'm going to use the beehives as the wax ones. So I gotta make sure I remember which one goes with what, so that way I can... Oh boy. Okay, please don't set the bees free. Oh! Hey! Haha! Good bees. Who's good little bees? Since I was recording so late at night, I actually ended up falling asleep, and I ended up not really working on much for the next few days, but I did manage to actually get it finished, and unfortunately it was off camera. But let's go ahead and just take a look at how everything turned out. And so here we are with the finished greenhouse, all built up and looking beautiful. Now, it's been obviously a few days since I've been online. I've been working on a lot of things, and honestly, recording has been kind of a nightmare with this episode lately. But I've managed to go ahead and get everything built up. We've already got a few bottles in the system, just a couple stacks for each dispenser, because the only way I can really get glass is through my villager trading, which takes up a lot of emeralds. So it's a strenuous process, but eventually we'll end up filling it up enough to where it'll be effective. The shears are no issue at all. As you can see, we've got some beeswax already sheared up as well, so that's pretty good. We've also got the sugarcane and bamboo farms, which actually have been cranking out a lot of stuff already, so that's pretty good. But I think that is actually all the time I have for this episode. Now, I know that I've kind of dragged this episode out for quite a few weeks, actually. I started recording this a couple weeks ago, and then, you know, a couple weeks later, here I am just now finishing it. So I do just want to apologize again for the inconsistency in my uploads lately. I've been super busy with a lot of school, a lot of work. I'm actually currently in between jobs right now. So I'm currently just trying to get my life in order. But you know, this is one of the things that's keeping me sane, just coming on here and just having a good time building some stuff up, and you know, making content for you guys is really fun for me, so hopefully I'll be able to get back into the swing of things soon. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video, where we actually have quite a few things planned. I've already been working out some of the things I want to do for the next episode, but you have to figure it out then. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!